On most issues, I'm fairly moderate because I don't like to pick winners and losers in issues. I want to try to find something that works for the overall betterment of the community as a whole. And so, as I've mentioned before, I grew up relatively poor, and I want people to become upwardly mobile. What I realized in life, I grew up, I was taught that if you go to college, you can get a good paying job. That's what I heard my whole life. Well, they didn't tell me that if you major in social sciences, the odds weren't that good. So, I was going to be a lawyer, but by the time I was a senior, I didn't want to go to law school. So I had the social science degree. No job prospects, no technical skills, and that's why I, got the job as a seasonal laborer working straight graveyard shift at Sitton and Brown. Tools of my trade were a wheelbarrow, grease gun, and a shovel, But what I learned when I was there, because I was there Sitton and Brown for 7 years and Union Sugar for 4, I had a series of epiphanies. And one of the major epiphanies is you can be middle class in the blue collar community. We had guys out there, and this is in the 1980s, I was making $24,000 a year. There was guys out there making over 50 with a high school education. And the same was true in the oil industry and other manufacturing and industrial concerns here in the North County. And growing up in Lompoc, the John Mansfield plan, we called it JM at the time, there were a lot of guys that had a darn good living working out there. They worked, a lot of my friends' dads worked out there 30 or 40 years. And I realized that those jobs were just as important to society as the type of jobs you can get going to college, and they paid just as well. And it's only gotten more stark as we've gone forward. So nowadays, somebody could spend $200,000 to send their kid to college, and the kid can't get a job and has all this college debt, versus you could buy a business for $200,000 and have an instant income if in fact you have the skills to run that business.